Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here at DOT. Seeing what's up with Polkadot. This is actually looking like a pretty cool chart here. I'll explain more about that here in just a minute. And what we want to do is look at some liquidation levels to start. And I'll explain a couple of cool little things here that's happening here as well with the community. So taking a quick look at the liquidation levels for Polkadot. We got some strong shorts here that got hit pretty hard about 530. There's still a few left remaining though. If we zoom in a little closer, we can see only half of them got swept here recently. And again, 529, 530 range, okay? So there's 531, 532. Some got lucky there. I would recommend, of course, being very careful, obviously, trading this coin as far as shorts are concerned, because that's a target right there to be able to hit that level, because there's much more liquidation at 540 as well. Okay, so overall, not a lot of liquidation levels below the price action, meaning the price should continue to shoot upwards, or sweep upwards at the very least up to about 540, 550 before the next pullback. Wouldn't be surprised if we see 560 before the next leg down too, just to sweep that upper level of liquidity. We'll look at that in the charts here as well. You can kind of see that upwards here in these two levels, but generally speaking, looking pretty decent, and I'll explain why I'm saying that, okay? First of all, to clarify, phenomenal trades here. Good job. Congrats to our Plus members for some nice Matic scalps, Avalanche scalps, Ethereum scalps, and we got a few others too, but oh yeah, that's right. We took Chainlink and Crowcoin here recently. That was our swing trades. But I just want to say thanks again. Congrats to our community members for that. It's really awesome to be able to have that benefits, and I'm super happy it's working well for you. Another cool benefit too is Bitunix exchange. Phenomenal exchange. Link down below if you want to benefit from our trading futures bonus. I think they give you a nice little $20 there to go ahead and use my register link and essentially qualify for that. Okay, so all you gotta do is trade futures to qualify. Big surprise, you trade and you get money. That's kind of how exchanges work, right? Anyways, no VPN, no KYC for them. Be sure to check them out in your own time. Okay, so DOT, it's really cool here. This is what I love. Take a look at this here. Overextension, low. Overextension, lower low. Overextension, lower low. Mild overextension, higher high, or lower high. Mild overextension, lower high. Mild overextension, lower high. The reason why I like this is because this is one of those tried and true bullish patterns where the price action continues to work itself into a descending channel and it breaks to the upside. The reason why it breaks to the upside is because it derived from the downside. That's why it's considered bullish, okay? So if we can break above this level here, we're going to be in pretty good shape. If we don't, this pattern could be invalidated, right? So there's no guarantees it's going to happen, but it's a larger statistical probability that if we can close today at the, 520, 530 mark, we're going to be in really, really good shape, okay? So we're looking for a closure today at 520 or higher, honestly, to give us a better option for this to occur. If we take a look at the moving average, this is another reason why it's important. We got the average true range. The price is consolidating right at that exact spot, 522. We got the 50-day, correction, that's the 20-day set moving average, averaging itself out right at that same spot, okay? So again, a closure above 522 would be extremely important here today to give us that momentum to the upside. We can see tons of liquidity levels, not only liquidity, but also fair value gap just above the price action. Once again, we kind of identified that with this heavy concentration of volume between 530 and 550. And if we take a look at the moving averages here, so to speak, this is basically the RSI, we can see the price action bouncing off that 50 mark and essentially continuing higher. Now, it's not aggressively continuing higher. It's just kind of that little knee-jerk reaction to that massive red candle we saw. But you could view this as a bearish sign because we are underneath the 50-day SMA right now. We close above it, different story, right? With us being close to 50 as well, that's not a fully, it's not an amazing sign. So I'm not preaching to the high heavens here saying that we are just fine because we bounced off 50. But that's a positive contributing factor nonetheless. And if we can converge on the MACD here in the next couple of weeks, we'll be in better shape too. Obviously, that goes without saying. So the truth here is that without volume, we're not going to be able to continue to push the price action higher. So we want to look at the volume here and kind of see where we're at. Money flow index is actually really high. That's a really good sign. We're also over 50 on the RSI too with the 4-hour time frame, another positive factor. We can see the MACD is still converging, nothing shifting there. And if we take a look at TD sequential, once again, we saw our overextension to the downside. We hit a 6 with a reset and we're back up to a 5. But we are testing this 0.382, 522 mark again. Okay, so we're just going to continue to pay attention to that. Again, a solid closure over 525 I think would be appropriate. You can't just close right out of resistance and call it good. We want 523, 525, 530 if possible, somewhere just giving us a little bit more confirmation. Let's take a look at the hourly. I'm curious about the cloud because I know this was something we were having trouble with earlier. And we are maintaining above it, which is good. Conversion lines above the baseline, lag and spans free and clear. So we have more reasons than not to consider the price action is going to increase from here. Am I telling you to take a long right now? Definitely not. Am I telling you to take a short? Absolutely not, right? Again, logic would tell you that a short position would make sense because we've established consistent lower highs and consistent lower lows. But again, ranges are constantly broken, and typically they're broken after 3 or 4 attempts. We've seen 3 attempts to the bottom, 3 attempts to the top on the larger time frames. So we're right at the edge of this make or break situation, okay? So breaking upwards would give us confirmation. It should look something like this. Price comes up, consolidates, and continues. Or it might even come up to this level here, this 0.618, and kind of do one of these here. It probably won't break this the first time, but the key here is we want to make sure to establish that this is a support level, and we're not quite there yet. So until we get that, I'm not convinced. So I'm just going to go ahead and set an alert here. I just say in the range somewhere in the around 530, 535. If the price wicks up to that level, I'll reevaluate and consider an entry here. I'm leaning more towards a long position if Bitcoin can stabilize and consolidate at the 37,700, 38,000 range. But right now we're some whales are playing some games at those upper levels. A lot of liquidation levels are getting hit, so it's best to kind of wait on the sidelines in situations like this. I know, oh my God, this guy's telling me to not trade. What a terrible trader. No, exact opposite. Good traders look for reasons not to take a trade. We've identified here we do not have confirmation just yet, so never force a trade. I'm sure you know by now what happens in that wonderful feeling you get inside by taking a trade and how instantly it turns itself around. And even worse, getting liquidated. Low leverage, low position size, that's what I recommend doing. You're going to have successful, consistent trades like this if you have lower leverage. There's just no other way around it, okay? So again, good trades, fantastic stuff there. Thanks again to my community members for the wonderful feedback. Super happy Bitget is working very well for you. Be sure to check this out if you haven't already. I do hope you all have a great rest of your day. Really appreciate you. Have a good one. Don't forget to like the video. We'll see you next one. Take care.